Okay, so for this particular question, one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm actually going to ignore the top part of the question. So I'm just literally going to put a little scribble through there. And now I'm going to try and pay close attention to what this question's actually asking me to do. So I'm going to try and pick out some key points about the question and areas around that. So the first thing I'm going to notice is that it's worth 3 marks. So I'm going to highlight that or circle that. Okay, and that leads me to think that it might be requiring me to write a developed statement, so a little bit more detail. Okay, so some of the command words or topic words first of all. So first of all, I can notice that the topic word is asking me about poor physical health and that's effect on performance. Okay, so no need to address those areas. So how much detail do I need to go in? Well, I can see that it's asking me to explain and give an example. So I'm just going to highlight that or circle that one as well. Okay, so trying to write a developed statement, the first thing it asks me to do is use an example to explain poor physical health. So the first thing I'm going to do is try and think about giving an example about poor physical health. The first thing that comes into my head about somebody with poor physical health is that they might have high cholesterol. So that's going to be my example that I put in there. So I've addressed the example part of the question. I'm now going to go into more detail to explain to make sure it's a developed statement. So the next part that's going to help me write a developed statement is I want to think about the impact that high cholesterol can have on my performance. So what impact does high cholesterol have on performance? Quite simply, one of the things could be I'm not able to run for as long. So that's the impact it might have on my physical health, on my actual performance on the physical activity. So I can't run for as long. But there, I still don't think we've really explained fully to get the 3 marks and create a developed statement. So I'm going to think now about the reason why I'm not being able to run along because of my high cholesterol. Okay, so my reason is because I've got high cholesterol I can't run for as long. The reason for that is that that's because my muscles aren't receiving oxygen because of the cholesterol. Okay, and I might just want to read over my answers just to make sure I've not made any mistakes on my spelling. Oh. Okay, so that's one particular example that then leads me on to an impact and a reason. There's different examples, but that's my one that I've gone for in this one.